I hear the scream of the eagle's call as it circles the waterfall, and they plunge together down to the great inland sea. Oh, you make me feel small and not inferior. I feel strong, not weary. Oh, you make me feel small, but not inferior. Swimming in Lake Superior. The water's bracing and cold. It embraces and folds me, and submerged underwater, I know I'm a daughter of this great inland sea. Oh, you make me feel small and not inferior. I feel strong, not weary. Oh, you make me feel small, but not inferior. Swimming in Lake Superior, swimming in Lake Superior, Superior.
It's 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and we are here together for our fellowship for today, Sunday service. I want to welcome all of you who are watching with us now on the live stream, and welcome to all those who will watch at a later time as well. We're so happy to have you with us today. We're going to begin, as we always do, with an opening meditation for the purpose of just bringing ourselves completely into our space and leaving the outer world behind for just the hour that we're together today. So I invite you to close your eyes, and we'll take our 2 deep breaths together. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. So I also invite you to just allow all of the concerns you might be holding on to, the busyness of the day, just let that all fall away right now, as we bring our full attention and awareness to our heart center. You can place your hand on your heart, a finger, just to bring that attention to this center of stillness and peace. And be aware of your ego self effortlessly yielding to your higher self, your inner being, source, the God of your heart. In the midst of human and worldly conditions, our hearts remain undivided, one, the one constant in love. And right now we can feel this heart energy rising and expanding within this infinite, universal mind of God. We feel our hearts fill with the dynamic power of light and love, this magnificent presence. Now let's just rest in this gentle peace and comfort of the divine's embrace. We remember that this place of connection, this center of love, is available to us always. It is our very being, our very essence. And we are so deeply grateful for this knowing and for this experience of love, and for the ability to choose love over and over and over again. In this place of peace and comfort and stillness, we know that all is well. And together we say, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you so much. I have a reading for you today from a companion book to Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. It's called Practicing the Power of Now. It's just a brief reading here. You cannot truly forgive yourself or others as long as you derive your sense of self from the past. Only through accessing the power of the now, which is your own power, can there be true forgiveness. This renders the past powerless, and you realize deeply that nothing you ever did or that was ever done to you could touch even in the slightest the radiant essence of who you are. When you surrender to what is and so become fully present, the past ceases to have any power. You do not need it anymore. Presence is the key. The now is the key.
There was a boy, a very strange and enchanted boy. They say he traveled very far, over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he passed my way. And while he spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
Our tithes and offerings for the fellowship, our wonderful spiritual community, amount to the divine flow of divine energy. And we are so grateful to all of our spiritual community members who make those generous donations every month. We appreciate you, and it allows our community to thrive and flourish. So thank you so much for your generous donations. And while we are appreciating our fellowship tithes and offerings, let's take a moment also to really be deeply grateful for all of the abundance and blessings in our own lives. It's this feeling of connection and love and that creates the abundance in our lives and inspires us to make those gestures out into the world of giving and remembering that we always are receiving and giving as one. So I invite you now to please join me as we read together our blessing of the tithes and offerings. It's right up here on the screen. The light of divine love shines eternally, blessing and multiplying our tithes and offerings. I joyously give, knowing I always have enough to share and to spare. Thank you again for your generous donations. I am so happy to introduce you to our speaker for this afternoon, Kurt Scholler. He has spoken with us before. He was introduced to you when we were still in person at the Quaker Friends facility, and he's such a joy and brings such a peaceful, loving presence and heartfelt message. He's a longtime meditator and meditation teacher, and he's going to be offering and providing to you today a wonderful meditation. And so I just invite you to really take full advantage of this meditation. It's a little bit longer than usual, but he really takes us deep into this place, this center of love and stillness. So take advantage of that, and let's enjoy and really take in this beautiful message from Kurt.
Have you ever been in a situation where things were not quite right? You had to adjust yourself, adjust your body, buy something, go somewhere. Things just didn't seem quite perfect. And that kind of situation happened to me just recently. We were traveling up north and stayed at a little house up there, and it was time for me to meditate. I enjoy meditating in the mornings first thing, and so I got a chair, pushed it from the living room of this little house into a side bedroom, and there was just enough space between the bed and the wall to put this little chair. And as I sat in meditation, I started noticing the sound of the traffic. The traffic was maybe 20 feet away, 22 if you're familiar with Highway 22 going up north in Michigan. Quite a bit of traffic sometimes, and so as I was sitting in meditation, all sorts of reactions were coming up to the traffic. And it occurred to me that this is how we live our lives. We are reacting to whatever happens. And usually it's a reaction that pushes some things away or pulls some things closer. I don't want this. I want more of this. And in my situation, the reaction was maybe I don't need quite as much traffic right now. Maybe this is too much noise. And as I felt that, I realized, oh, this is how we are all day long. We are ignoring or pushing away certain parts of our lives. And even in the moment, we're pushing away certain experiences that we're having. Maybe there's pain. Maybe there's too much thinking. Maybe there are worries, sounds of traffic, the leaf blower, the snow blower, whatever it is, the itch on your foot. Some things come into our consciousness and we have this immediate reaction. I don't like this, or I like this. And it's exactly that struggling that causes us to try to escape, to try to distract ourselves, to try to buy something, consume something to avoid that struggling. And so as I sat in meditation with this noise of the traffic, I started seeing a different way. And I'd like to propose that way for our time together today. And that way is fellowship. When we're in fellowship with something or someone, we're in association, we're in connection. And we're not pushing away, we're not grabbing, pulling towards us. We're being with the experience. And in fact, that fellowship can turn into a celebration. When we celebrate, we can notice the pleasure of the experience. So what seems to be an irritation at first, like the sounds of the traffic, starts to turn its energy into something else. And that transformation of that pushing energy or that pulling energy when we really want something, we crave something, we're obsessed with something, that transformation of that energy is what kind of launches us into a celebration. And in that celebration, we allow things, we're with things. We're together with things and people. And in terms of our moment-to-moment experience, we stop blocking or pulling. We allow everything to be all around, the sounds, body sensations, thoughts passing through, emotions happening. We allow the whole experience. We celebrate it. This is our life. This is your life right now. So this attitude of celebration points to a kind of acceptance. It's a deep recognition that this is also what's happening. This is also part of our lives. This is also to be embraced. And that embrace, miraculously, then lets down the guard. We get out of our own way, and something mysterious starts to show up. So we start to notice, oh, maybe there's the traffic sound, but there's also silence. Maybe there's pain, but there's also a place of no pain. Maybe there are thoughts happening, but there are also moments of no thinking. Maybe there's light and shadow. All of these things happening one by one, moment by moment, to be accepted, to be in fellowship with, and to be embraced, to be celebrated. When we turn that attitude just slightly, that pushing energy, that pulling energy, turns into a kind of energy of freedom. We relax our guard, and everything happens on its own. A kind of flow, nothing to push against, nothing to pull closer. It's all just happening. And in that experience, we start to lose our small sense of self, our small, irritated, annoyed, grabby, full of thoughts, full of worries, sense of self. And by losing that, by forgetting about that, a more expansive sense of self shows up. A deeper sense of self, more connected, more loving, more aware. So it's the little irritation, the little pain, the little bit of suffering that actually leads the way, that says, here I am, pay attention to me, I need to be acknowledged, I need to be looked at, I need to be heard. And sometimes that little sense of self comes from deep within too. A pain, trauma, hurt. So when we push that away, we deny part of ourselves. We say, no, everything is acceptable but that. And that little pain, or maybe a big pain, tip of the iceberg, needs to be heard, needs to be acknowledged. And it's actually connected with our irritations with sounds and our irritations with body sensations, our irritations with our thoughts or with other people. So the being with, being in fellowship with, all of these experiences that we have, even our most awful thoughts, our worst emotions, actually is the way into freedom. It leads the way. So I'd like to invite you to go into meditation with me as we notice how we're doing right now, and paying attention to those little irritations, those little desires, those things that we think, oh, if it were just a little bit different, then life would be perfect. So getting comfortable in your seat, in your position, without obsessing about it. Letting your eyes gently close if you'd like. and taking note of what's showing up. Are there sounds? Notice your reaction to sounds. Are there thoughts? Nice thoughts, not so nice thoughts. What about your body? How's your body feeling? Letting body sensations come to you. And emotions. Connecting with where you're at, how you're feeling right now. Notice the overall tone. Are you feeling settled or restless? At ease or irritated? Wanting something? Or at peace? Connecting with how you're feeling right now, validating, allowing your experience. Connecting. Noticing how one thing shows up and then another. And starting to feel your body. Your body always here. And getting grounded, feeling your body touching the floor or the seat. Allowing those body sensations to be felt. In fellowship with everything that's happening right now for you. Breathing. Breathing. Your body breathing. Sounds happening. Thoughts coming and going. No need to move anywhere, be any different. Improve. to consume. Breathing. Letting everything happen. Noticing any struggling. Welcoming whatever is happening. Celebrating now. What's happening now? Letting go. Breathing. Breathing. Being. And slowly, gently, when you're ready, feeling your body touching the floor and the seat. Letting your eyes open. And noticing how when you allow, when you embrace, you welcome, when you celebrate what's happening right now, there's a kind of fullness, completeness. The mysterious background comes to the foreground. And here you are. Here it all is. Thank you.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Reeds drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea,
We are also very grateful to the Dangling Participles and Linda Abar for the beautiful music they provide. Thank you so much for being with us today. And to our wonderful speaker, Kurt Scholler, who brought this wonderful message about fellowship and celebration of all that we experience in our lives and how we can transform that from something that we might label negative into this blossoming love in our lives. Thank you, Kurt, for that message and the beautiful meditation. And thank you to all of you for joining us this afternoon. We appreciate you being here with us at 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. We look forward to seeing your names pop up in the comments and the things that you're saying during the service to our performers and our speaker and to one another. Really keeps our community together, so thank you so much. The affirmation for this week comes directly from Kurt's talk, and it is, moment by moment, I am in deep fellowship with what is. Moment by moment, I am in deep fellowship with what is in this moment right now. We'll put that in the comments in our live stream, and it will also be in the e-announcements that go out on Tuesday. I hope this can help you as you go through your week. And now it's time for our peace circle and our closing blessing. Let's stand up and sing out loud and join with all of the world in this song for peace. And we'll have our closing blessing. The words are on the screen for you if you need them. Again, thank you for joining us, and we really look forward to seeing you next Sunday.